Hey everybody, it's your boy Bubba Bass Bourbon. Here doing some Bourbon Battleship. We're going to compare 4 whiskeys that are of similar style. These are all double oak. They're finished whiskeys, but they're not finished in anything weird like wine or sherry or brandy or Armagnac, or you say. They're just aged again in charred oak barrels. Same thing, they just do it twice. First we got the Jim Beam, which is double oak, twice barreled. They age it for 4 years. I believe it's the Jim Beam White Label. And then they take that and they dump it into another new charred barrel for an undisclosed amount of time until it tastes good. Yeah. I mean, it does taste good. It's definitely got that Jim Beam peanut funk on the finish, though. Next up, we got the Woodford Reserve Double Oaked. It is the Woodford Reserve Select, I believe, which is aged for who knows, because it's a bunch of mixes. Average is 7 years, supposedly. And then they take that and they throw it into another barrel that is lightly charred for 6 to 12 months, or until it tastes good. Again, yeah, that's to somebody's taste. Next we have the Old Forester 1910 Old Fine Whiskey. It is aged for 4 years like regular Old Forester, and then once it's done they take it out of the medium char. They say it's 20 seconds of char. I don't know what level that is. I guess it's like in between 2 and 3 or something. And then they throw it into another barrel that they char for twice as long. They said 50 to 60 seconds, which I'm pretty sure is just like a level 4, which is bog standard for bourbon, for 6 to 9 months until it tastes good, I guess. There's a lot of ambiguity in the age statements on these. Lastly, we have the Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel, which is actually what started this whole thing. There's been a lot of hype about it. I picked it up and I was like, it's pretty good. I wonder what else is double oaked. And this is what I found at my local stores. There's definitely a couple others that I found online researching, but these are the only ones I can get my hands on. Toasted Barrel is aged 8 to 12 years, supposedly. It's their Elijah Craig small batch. And then they age it again in a lightly toasted barrel. It's lightly toasted and then they char it to a level 1 char. So it's charred twice. Triple oak? I don't know. For an undisclosed amount of time again. So who knows? Could be 2 weeks, could be 6 months. I don't know. So I've already blinded all these before. I actually did it twice. So I thought I was going crazy the first time. Thought maybe my palate was messed up from something. So I gave it a couple days, came back to it, did the blind again, and the results were about the same. There's a couple number variants, like plus or minus 1. And I thought I was going crazy because Jim Beam, which is $20, which didn't even have a price tag on it when I found it. It was just sitting in a display behind all the other Jim Beam stuff in a beat up old box, which is hilarious because all the rest of these are way more expensive comparatively, and none of them came in a box. This one actually came in a box like a bottle of scotch. It was only $20, $19.99 plus tax and CRV and California Prop 65 warning fee and all that other. Thing is, though, I actually like this a lot. I think it's better than this. And this is apparently an old bottle, dusty, because they changed it a few years ago. Not sure when, but it is. I don't know if the new one's gonna be any better, to be honest, because if they're going for the same flavor profile, I'm sure it'll be the same. So I'm gonna give the Jim Beam a Submarine because it is coming out of nowhere and it's hitting you. It is pretty good for $20 friggin'. Woodford Reserve Double Oak. Yeah, they really went for the oak. I don't know, man. I mean, if you're really into oak and you like that oak tannin flavor, you just want oak and nothing but oak. This is it. Yeah, go buy it. It's like $40. I think mine was 45 here. I've seen it for even more. So if you really want oak and that's it, go for this. The Old Forester, to give it a Battleship for sure. You do not want this bad boy to sink. If they ever get rid of this, I will be very sad. It is delicious. The oak actually imparts flavor into the bourbon instead of just overpowering. Is really good. I don't know. The process confuses me on all these. Elijah Craig, though, is good. It's just not as interesting as the Old Forester. It's good. I don't know if I'd spend $50 on this again. If this is $30 all day, every day. So I'm going to give it a Destroyer. And these scores are not numbers, as you've well noticed, unlike the rest of my reviews. During Battleships, I just compare them to each other. And it's on a scale of 1 to 5, obviously. If you've ever played Battleship, the aircraft carrier being the highest, which I've never had a bourbon or any other whiskey for that matter deserving of it yet. Looking forward to finding one though. Anyways, I'm going to get back to my bubble bath. I hope you enjoyed the first inaugural annual. I don't know. I'll probably do it every once in a while. Battleship bourbon showdown thing. Stay moist.